Is an outbreak up there?
Coworker popped positive.
Ah, man. Wow. Everywhere. Everywhere. Who else is on here? There's Rhonda. And there's Jeffrey. And oh, hi, Diane.
Hi, Di. Hey, Z. Hi, Derek.
It's so nice for Zoe to see everybody. We've been collecting all the memorabilia you have sent us over the years. When Scott and Pam Chamberlain came on, I'm like, Zoe, these are the people that sent you that book.
Now she can put a face to it all.
That's right.
Hold on.
That's good.
Got bison ornaments and this would you rather spooky book that Aunt Margene sent us years ago. Zoe carries this thing around all the time.
No kidding.
Spooky Halloween.
Would you rather book, so.
Yeah, so it looks, oh, here's Heidi. Yay, Heidi.
Heidi's on?
Yep, Heidi's on.
Sorry, I had some technical difficulties.
Hi, Heidi.
Heidi.
Colin's on.
Hey. The whole gang is on here, Heidi.
Of course, we're waiting for my middle brother who's usually late to the party, so.
That's all right. I'm never on time anywhere.
I know he's getting on the computer because he texted me, so I know he's alive and awake.
But who knows where?
Doesn't matter as long as he's on the computer. Was Charles going to come, Mom, Morris?
I have no idea. I mean, he was told.
Okay.
And I sent a message to Maureen last night, but I didn't hear back. So they know. If they jump on, who knows? They may.
What about Elaine?
Ray and
Huh?
Elaine.
What?
Ray and Elaine also reached out.
Yeah, I'm surprised Elaine hasn't hopped on.
Okay, she said she had double checked with you, so we should be having her at some point too.
Yeah, because Elaine said, "What do I do?" I said, "Just click on the thing.
Yeah.
You'll handle that."
What are you drinking, Derek?
Elaine may be having some weather issues.
We are.
'Cause she's at camp, up country.
What do you got, Z?
Okay, I've just sent her a message.
All right, Papa. Oreo milkshake.
Oreo milkshake. Ooh.
Yeah.
Well, hey, while we're waiting for those couple more to get on, welcome everybody, of course. But we're so today we've got a little program set for all of us to celebrate Nunna's, Jeanette's, Aunt Nette's life. But one of the parts in the program is for you, if you're wanting to share memories that you have of her. So we can do that through, saying something, or if there's something you wanted to show or do. So if there's something that you might want to show, now would be a time to go get that object or whatever while we're just doing welcomes and introductions and hellos and stuff. So if you have something of, that's memorabilia of her, now would be a time to go get that so you could share a little bit later on in the program.
Okay.
And I did just text my brother, so we'll see if, what's up.
Yeah, I just sent a message to Elaine.
Okay.
Like I say, Elaine may be having some issues because she's up country. She's in the camp, so she may be having problems getting online.
It doesn't show next.
Maybe power outage.
Yeah, maybe.
South to north, it should be fine. I don't know where it is.
I don't know whether.
So just as a couple of housekeeping things to get started. So as we do this morning, first of all, welcome.
Thank you, Rhonda and Jeff.
Yeah.
And Jeff, yeah.
Let's just, so while we do this morning, we'll have people put their audio on mute because we've got a couple of nice surprises that we're going to do where we're going to have individual doing something. So we'll need to have you on mute so we don't have any distracting noises in the background. So we'll have you do that here in just a couple minutes if you know how to do that.
I know, it's up here someplace.
Hit the mute
I'll
button.
just mute you myself.
And then, yeah, Jeff has full control of everybody.
Yeah, Mom is muted. I've been wanting to do that for 41 years.
Yeah, look at that. See, she can't hear anything. Anyway, so we'll do that. And then know that we're recording this today. So if you want to watch it again or send it to somebody, Jeff will be following up with an email afterwards and providing you the recording for this. So why don't we get started and then others can join in. hopefully, as they go. So this is your first practice of going mute. So if you would go mute, please. If you don't know how to do that, you have a little button on your screen that says the word mute. You want to actually tap it so that it has a red X through it.
Everyone's got it but you, Uncle Tim. Now we got it, Rhonda. Okay.
Okay. And can, Jeffrey, can you see that? There we go. People give me a thumbs up if they can see that on the screen.
It can be seen.
It can be seen. Awesome. Okay. I just want to make sure, technical difficulties. Well, anyways, thanks again, everybody, for coming today. This is sort of a loose program, but we wanted to give a little bit of structure so that we can do a couple of memory things for Nunna, for Jeanette, Aunt Nette, or whatever, many names that she went by, right? So thanks so much. We're not able to gather as in person because of this whole virus business. Hopefully we can do that later next year. But the grandchildren of Nunna really just wanted to take a chance to give her a tribute to our wonderful grandmother and share some memories that we have of her and some thoughts that we have of her. So this is how we're going to flow this morning or this afternoon, depending on where you are. Heidi's going to do a reading for us to start us off, and then Peyton is going to play something, a beautiful piece by Alexander Scriabin. Hopefully I said that right. And then I've got a little special thing that I put together about Nunna. And then the next part would be where you come in. So if there's a place where you'd like to share a memory or share a thought or share something visual that you have of her, that would be the place for you to share your memories. And then lastly, Heidi will wrap us up with an eternal rest prayer. And I just saw Elaine came on, so yay, hi Elaine. We've just gotten started. We've put everybody on mute right now just so we can do this first part, but you'll have an opportunity to speak in a few minutes. So why don't we get going? And I think at this point, we will start with you, Heidi. And so Jeffrey, you'll want to make sure that she's on mute so that she can start with our opening prayer.
Can I ask a housekeeping question before I begin?
Sure.
So if somebody wishes to speak and they're all on mute, should they raise their hand or should they unmute themselves? How should they signal that they would like to speak?
I think you can just go ahead and unmute and speak. Or
Okay.
But I think outside of the video portion of this, everyone will all be able to see each other. So.
Okay. Okay. All right, I'll begin then. Can everyone hear me? Yes, okay. All right, I'll begin with a reading from the Book of Wisdom. The souls of the just are in the hand of God, and no torment shall touch them. They seem, in the view of the foolish, to be dead, and they're passing away with thought and affliction, and they're going forth from us, utter destruction. But they are in peace. For if before men indeed they be punished, yet is their hope full of immortality. Chastised a little, they shall be greatly blessed, because God tried him and found them worthy of himself. Those who trust in him shall understand truth, and the faithful shall abide with him in love, because grace and mercy are with his holy ones, and his care is with his elect. The word of the Lord.
Very nice. Thank you. And now we'd like to have Peyton play a piece by Alexander Scriabin. So Peyton, please. Very nice. Okay, so I'm probably, Peyton, saying that composer's name is completely wrong. Can you say it for us?
It's Alexander Scriabin.
Scriabin, okay. The R, the A's. Must be the Mainer in me. Beautiful. Is that something that you've played for other audiences too?
No.
No? Oh, that was just for Nunna?
Yeah.
Excellent. Wonderful. Thank you. Very nice. Well, I'm gonna go back to sharing my screen again so you can see this. So this next piece is hopefully maybe just spur some memories for us. After this piece, we'll then open it up to all of you if you wanted to share something about Nunna, Jeanette, Aunt Nette.
Hey,
This
Rhonda,
might, yeah,
I'm seeing your second screen, not the full one. Just heads up.
yes, that's fine.
Okay.
Yep. You're seeing the program, right? Yeah. So you're going to see this in just a second. So anyways, I hope that this next piece will maybe stir a couple of memories for you that you might want to speak of in a second. Here we go.
Can't see it.
Can't see it.
Hold on. Who's saying they can't see it?
You're not getting the full screen, Rhonda. It's just your second side screen.
All right, here we go. Hold on. Hold on. Sorry. Let's try again.
Probably seeing your laptop screen.
Yeah, we love technical stuff because it was working earlier. All right, let me try again. Okay, can you see that?
There you go.
There we go. Here, and a 1, and a 2, and a 3. You seeing that? Okay, so if that doesn't choke you up.
Thank you very much.
All right, well, now that we all need tissues. All right, so this is the part that hopefully maybe you have memory you'd like to share, either that you thought of from watching that or maybe you just have something else. So whoever would like to speak at this point, you can take your mute off and say what you'd like to say or show what you'd like to say to share about Nunna or mom or mother or Jeanette or Aunt Nette or whatever the heck you called her. So feel free to share.
Great
That
granddaughter.
was a lovely video.
Thank you.
It really came together well. You did a great job of just capturing her life and just all the many faces, many faces of Nunna. It was beautiful. It was a great job.
Very, very well done. Yeah, her family was her whole life. Her grandchildren, her great-grandchildren, her own children. It was her whole life. And you definitely showed it in those pictures. Thank you very much.
Yeah. I have to say one of my favorite ones and my favorite memories, not what many memories, but is at Aunt Sue, her and Aunt Sue out there in those in those lawn chairs out in the middle of the lake.
Rhonda,
No, not exactly the middle.
Not the middle, yeah.
Rhonda, Uncle Tim probably remembers this too. Nunna got stuck in one of those endotubes one time. And we had the hardest time getting her out.
Uncle Tim, how'd you get her out of there?
I don't know. Uncle Tim's mind's gone by now, so I don't remember. But she was here a lot. You know, we, my friends across the lake, the Donaldsons, Gary used to call her and her sister. We used to sit together by the lake on the chairs. He called them the Q-tips.
Yeah.
They're white hair.
She and Doris, Doris, yeah.
Yeah. You know, Linda has mentioned that though she was very family oriented, I used to go back to Vermont with her from time to time for whatever reason, probably funerals, but we used to go around and visit her aunts and uncles and sisters, and she'd go visit all her family. And it was the same thing there because she grew up, they were all very, very close-knit people. And you know, that carried straight on through when she had her own family. So we experienced that lovingness as well. So you did a good job capturing it. Thank you.
I have a memory that I can also share with Rhonda.
Uh-oh.
No, Rhonda and I used to sleep on that hide-a-bed at Northfield Green. And I can remember Mom talking about the bar in the middle of that thing, and I kept saying, it doesn't bother me. And she said, well, it didn't really bother Rhonda either. But I remember for years I slept on that hide-a-bed, and she would say the same thing every time. And I remember lying there in the middle of the night, and I'd wake up like 1 or 2 o'clock in the morning, and she would have to go to the bathroom, and she'd very quietly come around with her nightgown and go in the bathroom, shut her door, and then she'd just slip back in without me knowing that she was up. But I'll never forget that.
Well, there's Raz.
Hey,
brother.
Did you miss the
Hello.
whole presentation?
No, I saw it all. You couldn't see me. My internet's not so good, but I saw the whole thing.
Okay.
So we're just sharing a memory, brother. You know, anybody can chime in, but at this point, we're just sharing memories of Nunna.
Yeah, you know, Nunna used to let me stay up all night long and sleep until 1 or 2 in the afternoon. I remember that. That's why I sleep so late. I remember jars of chocolate chip cookies in the refrigerator. And she would give me all the junk food I could possibly get until I was sick. Marshmallows, they had peanut. I mean, I just couldn't believe it. So much stuff. The best grandmother. Fed me with sweets nonstop.
Hey, Ingrid. Ingrid has joined us too.
Oh, hi, Ingrid.
Hey, Ingrid.
I'm making a brief appearance. Sorry for Hold on.
Hey.
Hey.
Oh, this is up there.
Yeah,
Well-
Ingrid just had some more surgery done to her knee, so that's why she looks like she's laying down.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah. Yes, you're right, Linda. Thanks for explaining my weird presence.
It's a great look.
My knee is bending as we speak. It's strapped into this machine that bends my leg, so I'm kind of stuck in this position.
Well, Ingrid, we were just sharing memories about Nunna. Do you have anything that you remember?
Yes, of course. So good to see you all, first of all. Hi. Hi, everyone.
Hey, Ingrid.
Wow. Lots of people. I keep flipping pages on this Zoom and there's more people.
lots of us on here.
Wow.
Yeah.
Nunna was loved, very loved. She was such a great lady.
She was. Okay,
So,
we're gonna get you healthy.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Uncle John, you and Rhonda talked about sleeping on that couch and how uncomfortable it was. When she moved out of there, I may have taken something that I was going to go with me to the grave. Everyone, I think, will remember this thing.
Oh,
I got this.
oh yes, I leaned against that many times on that couch.
You did. Yes, you did.
That was my knee pillow.
Yeah. Now it's our plate pillow out in the basement.
I remember that.
Is it? What are you talking about?
I remember coming in on a red eye a time or two and then sleeping on that couch through the middle of the day. Didn't fold it out though, so I slept in it folded out too.
Oh God, funny stories.
Yeah.
Good story.
Elaine or Scott, do you have? Yeah.
Hold on, I'm on mute, Elaine, trying to.
Hey, I'm not good with this stuff.
We got you.
I just want you to know that I was the favorite niece. She was unbelievable for me. I mean, I remember spending a summer on Pushaw Lake. I know Tim and John. We used to row the boat over to get water. Do you remember that? The crazy thing. I mean, she'd have Belinda and I doing wash day on Monday with that Ringer washing machine.
Oh, yes.
And then when I went off to college, I know a lot didn't know, but every Thanksgiving, she and I had a date. And we would go to this Italian restaurant right on downtown Portland. And she just was, I always wanted to visit her in college when I'd have I needed to get home, and she would make sure Uncle John would meet me somewhere. And she was just so proud of all of us. And I remember us going to visit her mom and her brothers and the French people. And lo and behold, I married a Frenchman. Just to laugh about that. She says, she only knew me as Sissy. And she says, sis, just think you married the French people. That's good blood in you you're going to have for your children. She used to say, but she loved us all. And I have wonderful memories. I'm just so blessed that she was a part of my life.
I got to ask Elaine, so the getting of water in Pushaw Lake, as in you didn't have running water?
I don't know. We went to
No, we only had a pump, remember?
Oh, yes. Oh, that's right. That's right.
We didn't have drinking water. It came from the lake.
Yeah.
Not only was she a phenomenal mother-in-law, which is most guys don't get to say, she was great, but I never had a pair of suit pants in my entire life for about 30 years. She was an amazing seamstress, and she took very good care of me.
That's true.
She was.
Hey,
Yeah.
Jeff, I don't know if you want to hear Scott or am I on?
I do, yeah, I have a comment. I didn't get to do the lake thing like Elaine did, but when we lived in Portland, we'd spend every Christmas, after Christmas at my house, we would go to Aunt Nette and Uncle John's for Christmas dinner for at least 10 years that I can remember.
Wow.
So, yeah, do you remember that, Linda?
Now I do.
Every
Now,
Christmas.
wow.
And the highlight for me was, because of my age at that time, was her candy dish. Because it was all, she makes the most wonderful homemade candies.
Hey, guess what? I made her fudge today.
Right on. Yeah.
Right. Put it in the mail.
Without
Put it
sharing.
in the mail.
You
And
have
Rhonda,
to share it, Linda.
We'll bring
You have
some
to-
down when we
no, we
come to
won't.
see
No,
you,
we
Jeff.
won't. I had the whole pan myself, the whole pot. You know how I scrape the pot, and you and Rhonda and Rasan and you, Jeffrey, take it away? No, I had it myself.
Linda, I'll trade you jam for your candy.
Oh, that we have to talk about, yes.
You know, it's interesting out here in Montana to listen to some of your stories, because Marge and I have been out here for 43 years, and we never knew some of these things took place.
No.
Yep.
Well, Rhonda, I think Rhonda, your good story would be up at camp, and how you and Nunna had to go dig holes at night.
Oh, yeah, I could tell you that story. So I don't know how we got this lovely job, but we had to, the outhouse, those of you who remember, sometimes would get a little ripe. And when it get to the point where you went out there and you actually came in contact with things that were in that hole, it was time to, of course, clean out the outhouse. So, I don't know, maybe Grandpa signed this to us, but in the middle of the night, so Bob Mayhew didn't know, because Bob Mayhew was right up against, right next to the outhouse. Nunna and I were out digging a hole. I have to say, not very far from the outhouse, digging a hole so that we could then go get the items that were in the outhouse hole and put them in the hole that was like 10 feet from the outhouse.
Oh my God.
I want to know how come I got that job. But the thing is that Nunna and I have to say, God bless her, because I think I inherited this. Nunna and I giggled so hard that not only did we pee our pants, but Bob Mayhew heard us loud and clear.
Yeah, to have. Oh, God.
So
See
know
how
that,
being the oldest has its privileges, Rhonda.
yeah, I guess I had forgotten about that. Hey, I have another quick story too. So many of you know I like to bike, and I like to mountain bike. So for a lot of time in my life, I actually lived with Grandpa and Nunna since I was a wee thing till I was in college and after college. So at one point, living at Florida Avenue, I had my mountain bike and I went out mudding in the woods and found a bunch of mud and rode through it and rode through all the puddles I could find and got covered. Came back to the house. Probably the only thing that wasn't covered in mud were my teeth and my eyes. And I had a giant smile on my face, and I'm knocking on the door, and I said, "No, I had the best ride." And she looked at me. She said, "Rondi, how are you ever going to get a husband?"
Yeah, I can hear you say
I think you'd be quite surprised. Husband, do you want to say anything?
No comment.
Hey, so Nunna's great-granddaughter wants to share a little something. So you gotta tell us what it's all about.
Well, when I was a kid, Nunna gave me this.
Oh.
So I hug it every night.
Well, that's nice, honey. That's nice, sweetheart.
Right?
Yeah.
And they used to play tic-tac-toe together. And Nunna, it didn't matter what her age, she was not going to let her little great-granddaughter beat her. And Nunna whooped her the whole time.
She'd give away her stuffed animals, but she had to draw the line somewhere.
No, tic-tac-toe and old maids. Man, she didn't want to lose old maids.
She was really tough at Old Maid.
Yeah. Laughing. He remembers well. Oh, those are funny stories.
And here I thought this was going to be a very, very sad Zoom. I'm so glad we're cherishing and celebrating her.
Too incredible woman to be sad. She touched us all.
One of the things that the cousins should all remember is that when the Greer family had get-togethers, even Scott will remember, we all ended up in Port. We came from all over. Do you remember that? Growing up, I mean, we always did Thanksgiving together. I remember
that huge, the house with all of us there.
No,
oh yeah.
Not quiet, very crazy, especially in Vermont. Those wild get-togethers the brothers and sisters would have together. I remember Well, Aunt Ann and oh my gosh, yes, yes.
Oh, yeah.
Just great memories we have.
Good memories.
Really
Yeah,
good.
good memories.
And who
So
brought
I
the
have
Jello
kind of a,
mold to those?
Pardon?
What?
I was just gonna say, who would bring that green Jello mold to those Thanksgiving dinners? Anybody?
Would that have been would that have been Mom? I don't know. Mom had a raspberry. Linda, you'd know.
Yeah, I never saw any green thing in that table, but definitely raspberry.
Yeah.
'Cause your mother and all her raspberry jams would all get, and pickles. Oh, Rhonda, pickles. Yeah, Polly's pickles. Yeah.
Yep.
Good times.
Yeah.
But
So
everybody was
Rhonda, I
always
have-
invited.
Everybody. You're right, Scott. Nobody was left out. It was
No.
just phenomenal. I mean, and
Never.
all the good china and just I remember those so well. Even after we were first married. I mean, all the weddings that we would attend, it's just it's phenomenal. You know, she's the last of all. You know, it's like I keep thinking of that. You know, just the. But her attitude on life was phenomenal.
Yes, it was. Yes, it was.
Heidi, you had something to say?
yeah. So I have a funny story about Nunna. So Nunna was really like the first, I guess, girly woman that I knew as a mother figure. And one of the most valuable lessons she taught me was the benefits of shapewear. Because Nunna loved her girdle. And I remember her taking me in hand one day and showing me what a girdle was, how you use it, and how necessary it was to finding a husband.
I never got that talk.
I know.
Well, we all have our memories.
I think
And
she's
now I think of her every time I put on Spanx.
You know, I was going to mention that too, but I was a little reluctant to. But the years of, you know, the long line bra and the girdle, and it was like, you know, that was what ladies wore, and she dressed like that summer and winter and went to work and had to have been utterly miserable.
Oops, we just lost a picture there.
I'm sure Rhonda and I probably both had to move it out of the shower when we took a shower too.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I think you're right.
No.
So to go along with that, for those of us who lived further away and visited less often, one of the more frequent questions we would get when we would see Nunna or our children would see Nunna was, and it really wasn't a question, was, well, oh, okay, you're not too fat. Or, oh, those arms are nice and fat. And I remember when I was first pregnant with Colin, when we went up there, and I was what? 12 weeks pregnant.
Yeah.
She was obsessed that I was going to get too fat with Colin. I was going to get too fat. You got to watch that you don't get too fat. Don't eat too much so you don't get too fat.
I never
I
found
don't
out.
think I got too fat.
Oh yeah, she did with John too. Yeah, I never thought of that, Gretchen, though, about her speaking about weight. But Steve just mentioned that she would always mention to Steve, "You've put on an extra couple of pounds or whatever." Huh.
Even later
Yeah,
on,
she would always say that. I agree.
we would FaceTime, you know, and you know, she'd see this part of me and she'd say, well, are you getting too fat?
That's the woman
Fat shaming,
who stuff
my
us all with cookies and fudge all the time.
Oh, funny things we remember. Goodness.
So, John Robert, did you get the girdle talk?
not no. I remember the girdle. And it's funny, I remember Florida Avenue, one of the earlier trips back there, I discovered the little trail that ran from, the house and went out behind through the woods to like a shopping center or whatever. Yeah. And that like a party spot for the teenagers and realized that all those cans were worth money. And so I was gathering up cans and turning them in. And then I think Gramp gave me some cans too. And I got whatever amount of money that I was looking for. So.
Oh yeah, that's what they all did out back of those woods.
Yeah.
Goodness. Good stories. Very good stories.
Colin, do you have anything by chance of your great-grandmother?
No, it's been
A long
long time visits, but yeah.
Well, the last time Colin must have been back there, and Nate and Zach must have been for our anniversary when we all went back to go to Bowlesbuck.
That has to have been the last time, absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was that photo with the camp, wasn't it, in the slideshow?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the only time I can think of that we were all there was.
Yeah, that's the last time everyone was all here.
Yeah. Yeah.
Jeepers. It was good. It was a fun time. It was fun.
Yeah, that was good.
Yeah. Well, that was a great presentation today.
Yeah. Anybody else have anything that they
No, it was just
memory or anything?
fabulous. So
Well,
great.
I want a copy of it.
I'll send a copy out to everybody after we finish this and recording of this video too, so we can all remember her fondly.
We appreciate you, Jeff, doing this, especially for those of us that are in the middle of a snowstorm and to be able to get this Zoom to work.
Yeah, Jeff
Zoom.
and Rhonda did a great job.
We're getting a major snowstorm right now. Probably not John's kind of snow, but
I hope you really enjoy your snowstorm. You can keep it.
well,
We've had over 3 feet since October, and now it's 50. It's supposed to be 60 degrees 2 days this week.
What?
Yeah, 60 degrees.
That's crazy.
We will have 60-mile-an-hour wind too.
oh, geez, and crow. No. Now, Ray isn't talking to you, John. He's so envious. I don't show him the videos anymore. He's so freaking mad at me. And I said, hey, good for you to blame.
I was out goose hunting this just before this video. I got up this morning about 4:45, and I was lying on the ground up in the blind and had probably 5 or 6 dozen decoys out, and not one goose came in.
Will make him feel better. He didn't even, I mean, he didn't even, you only went out deer hunting twice. I'm so mad at him. Just, you know. Scott, your boy, Brian went out, right?
Yes.
And your grandson.
Yep.
Yep.
Awesome. Awesome, awesome. Great memories for you.
Rhonda, you want to go to the next slide there for us? I think it's
Yeah.
right?
Yep. So if actually, so if everybody's had a chance to speak, sounds like it, then why don't we close up with a prayer, a final prayer from Heidi? Is that good, Heidi?
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
I'm good. So I'll start with a reading from the book of Matthew, or from the Gospel according to Matthew, which is actually one of my favorite Bible verses. It's been of great comfort to me, and it is, come to me, all you who labor and are burdened, and I will give you rest. Eternal rest grant unto them, O Lord, and let perpetual light shine upon them. May the souls of the faithful departed, through the mercy of God, rest in peace.
Amen.
Amen.
Thank you. Thank you. Very nice.
Now, if you'd like, I could show the video again, or we can just send it to you on, it's on YouTube, so we can send you the link to watch it separately. It's up to you.
Fantastic. Thank you.
No, you can send it to me separately. I'll have it.
All right, so we'll follow up with that.
Yep. Thank you so much for doing this. It means a lot.
Yeah.
Very, very nice.
Well, the grandchildren of Nunna wanted to, you know, even in this time of when we can't be together, we felt that we all collectively felt the desire to tribute her, to give her a tribute, and to celebrate her fabulous life and her, you know, her loving ways. And we'll of course miss her terribly, but we love her, right?
You can be sure she saw. You can be sure she was with us today.
Yep.
Absolutely.
Absolutely. She was here with us today.
Yeah, yep, she sure was. Well, we send her off in a good place and with all kinds of love and everybody thinking about her. So yay.
And I just want to say I've also just, the few times that I met with her, what a lovely lady, and she's never changed. She looked the same when I met her. I think she was in her 80s, and when she was 99, she still looked like she was in her 80s. I just incredible, and not just her looks, but just her. She was so consistent in her beauty and her grace and in her gentleness and in her kindness. And like I said, I only got to meet her when she was already older, but I really felt very happy to have met her, and I will also celebrate her from afar. So,
Thank you.
Thanks for letting me join in. I appreciate seeing all the faces. Big hug for.
Love you guys, each and every one of you.
Love you all.
Love you all.
See you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Talk to you guys.
Everybody. Thanks for joining us.
Everybody.
Yay.
Good job.
Great job, guys.
Rhonda, yes.
Buddy.
Welcome.
Rhonda, that was-
Take a shower, son.
Yeah.
What you did?
Hey, where's Derek?
Derek is downstairs. Derek, come here.
He lost interest.
So we're missing him.
Hold
Yeah,
on.
we're there.
He would have liked to have heard your story about out hunting this morning.
Oh man.
He probably would have liked it better when we shot 11 geese.
Can we send him out to you, like
Derek,
some
come here.
kind of
Uncle
board
John.
situation?
Uncle John in the middle.
We
Uncle John, what did you do this
are
morning?
failing.
Listen, Derek, what did Uncle John do?
Derek, I was out this morning goose hunting in a field, and I was lying there in a blind, and we had probably 70 or 80 goose decoys in the field, and the geese were flying over my head. And I didn't tell you earlier, but when I looked out in the field around me, I had a whole herd of antelope out in the field walking around.
Wow.
And when I was there the other day, I had antelope, and I had a nice big white-tailed buck deer walked up probably a little over 100 feet from me, didn't even know I was there. And when he did see me, he just exploded and took off.
That's nice.
You can hunt those now. Could you not shoot the buck or the antelope?
He has.
Oh no, I didn't shoot. I could have shot 3 deer this year legally, and I only shot 1 big one.
Well, we'll have to, Uncle John, maybe he'll send you rattlesnake skin like he sent me for my 13th birthday. No?
Yeah, we were lucky. This is the first year I think we've been here that we didn't have a rattlesnake in the yard.
And Zoe, when we go for a run, Aunt Marge has to go for a run with a pistol on her.
That's right.
Yeah, we don't do
That's the real cowboys out there.
Yeah, sometimes we have rattlesnake in the driveway and in the garden, in the garage, in the barn. We've had them everywhere.
Everywhere.
They taste like chicken.
Yeah, this is why I'm not going to visit, but you're welcome.
Send them out there. You can teach them all you know. We'll do some kind of exchange. I don't know
Hey,
what
but we have rattlesnakes, and we don't worry about them. And John and Jen, they have wolves in their yard.
That's right.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, this summer Mom was visiting and mentioned I saw this like gray dog or large gray dog at the end of the driveway. Wasn't a dog, Mom.
Wait, so what was it?
Wolf.
Oh, I thought you said bowls.
Oh, wolf.
I get those too. I get the little bowls. Yeah.
I was thinking if you had rattlesnakes, you wouldn't have the bowl problem. So you said, you said a bowl problem.
We were over to John and Jen's one time, and the wolves were howling, and I recorded them on my phone. And in fact, I still have it on the phone.
I remember that. I remember hearing that. Yeah.
Earlier this summer, Rhonda woke me up early to tell me that there was 2 wolves in the yard playing with something. To which I said, those are probably not wolves, but more like coyotes.
Coyotes.
And they unfortunately had a kitty snack.
That was my question.
Kitty snack.
Yeah, not my kitty, thank God.
And not to be too morbid about it, but I had put out the game camera the night before and captured the scene on film.
I wouldn't watch it.
We have to watch for coyotes here around the house because we've lost cats to coyotes. And some of you may have noticed I turn around every now and then because I'm looking out across the massive pasture behind the house. And we oftentimes see coyotes and foxes go through the pasture. Wow. And when I do, I run and grab a rifle and I go out and start throwing lead at them.
Yeah. Get them out of here.
I do that too, but the neighbors would get upset.
Yeah, there are no pastures here.
I went out yesterday morning early and almost stepped on a wild rabbit. And then I looked beside the rabbit, there was a deer standing there. They're probably 25, 30 feet from me. And he ran around the barn. And then I looked on the other side, there was another deer and another rabbit.
My word.
Now, do your deer get big out there? Because we have deer that when we go on walks around here, they're pretty tame and they'll just kind of stand there, but they're so small and kind of scrawny. I feel like the deer around us don't get very big, but do your deer get big?
We have two different kinds of deer. We have mule deer and white-tailed deer, which you have back east. The white-tailed deer around where we live, unless it's a nice buck, they're smallish. They're not as big as I remember as white-tailed deer in Maine, right where we live here. But the mule deer, they're much bigger. The bodies are much, much heavier than the whitetails. And we have, like in our yard, we'll have white-tailed deer, but out behind our place where the buttes are in the high country, that's all mule deer country. You'll see some really massive mule deer. I mean, some of those things will go over 300 pounds. They're big deer.
Nunna?
Where's Felix? He's sleeping. Probably, I don't know where. I think he's down in the bedroom. And Jakey's down cellar. It's raining and messy outside, so they don't go outside. They'll sleep today.
Colin,
Yeah.
where are you? Where are you, Colin? Are you in the military somewhere? Are you back?
Yep, in the military, stationed out in North Dakota.
Oh, all right.
Ooh.
Nice and warm there, I bet.
And it's been warm.
Yeah.
50s.
Oh, that's not bad.
Huh.
Colin, are you quarantined to your room, Colin? You can't go out of your room?
Correct.
Oh,
No
God.
kidding.
It's
awful.
not fun.
How many days left?
When do you have
What's
your
today?
COVID test?
What's today? I'm testing Monday. Today's the 5th. I get off of it on Monday, and then go back to work Tuesday.
Good, we hope so. Knock on wood.
Yeah.
Oh, all the numbers are going up everywhere, so it's awful. But
Okay. Well, I'm going to take my 2 kids out to burn some energy. So
that's good.
Christmas tree.
See everybody.
Oh, it's been nice to get everybody together.
Yeah.
Uncle Raz.
Hi.
Bye.
Oh, yeah. All right.
Everybody.
Hey,
Bye, Rashan.
Stop the googly eyes. They were too creepy.
What's creepy, Rashan?
Rashan, you look like you should be on a boat somewhere.
Yeah, right out there.